Before you even think about relocating to Vancouver, you need to watch this video first. You know, Vancouver is one of Canada's most iconic cities. It's known worldwide for its stunning scenery, mild climate, and vibrant lifestyle. But here's the thing, don't let those scenic seawalls and mountain views fool you. Vancouver life has its perks, but there are also a few quirks as well. And so today I'm going to be breaking down the top 5 pros and cons of living in Vancouver, BC. And you know, whether you're planning to move here or you're just curious about life on the West Coast, stick around because this video is going to let you know what to expect before you make Vancouver your new home. First up, let's talk about one of Vancouver's biggest draws, and that is its natural beauty. You know, living in Vancouver means that you're surrounded by some of the most stunning scenery in the entire world. You know, between the North Shore Mountains and the Pacific Ocean, the city offers endless outdoor activities all year long. Whether it's hiking trails and ski slopes to beaches and parks, nature is at your fingertips here. Stanley Park alone, it provides over 400 hectares of forest trails, beaches, plus in just 30 minutes, you can be hiking up on Grouse Mountain, skiing at Cypress, or exploring the trails in the North Shore Mountains. So, you know, if you're someone who loves nature, Vancouver might just be the ultimate spot for you. By the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, my name is Glen Hopkins, and I create videos all about Canadian real estate and my local market of the Fraser Valley and Vancouver area. So if that is something you're interested in, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you're not going to miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Also, of course, if you would like my help with either buying or selling a home in the greater Vancouver area, there is a link in the description box below where you can schedule a call with me. Okay, so pro number 2. Now, if you love urban amenities, Vancouver delivers in a big way. The city has a vibrant downtown with skyscrapers, modern architecture, bustling streets filled with shops, restaurants, and entertainment. And you know, the Vancouver food scene is world class. It has fresh, locally sourced ingredients featured in everything from high-end restaurants to food trucks. And if you're a foodie, you're gonna love the diversity here. Vancouver has every cuisine that you could possibly want, from sushi to fusion and everything in between. You know, Vancouver also has a fantastic shopping district like Robson Street for luxury brands, or Granville Island for unique artisan goods, and Yaletown, of course, for trendy boutiques. And with events like the Vancouver International Film Festival and the Jazz Festival, there's always something for everyone. So if you're looking for an exciting urban lifestyle, Vancouver has something for everyone. One of the best parts about living in Vancouver is its walkability and public transit options. Many neighborhoods, especially downtown, are very easy to navigate on foot or by bike. The city has a great transit system with a SkyTrain, buses, and ferries, making it really easy to get around without a car. And you know, if you don't want to drive, Vancouver's public transportation system is efficient and reliable. With car sharing services like Evo and Moto, you can also rent a car for a few hours and then drop it off when you're done. For anyone looking to avoid long commutes or, you know, the cost of car ownership, Vancouver's layout and its transit make life a lot more convenient. Now, in just a minute, I'm going to share one of Vancouver's biggest perks, but I'm also going to share one of its biggest drawbacks. But first, let's talk about pro number 4, which is the strong job market and growing industries. Vancouver is a major economic hub with a very strong market, especially in sectors like tech, finance, film, and tourism. You know, tech companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Salesforce have a big presence here and attract talent from across Canada and beyond. You know, the city is also known for Hollywood North because it's a thriving film industry here, which provides great job opportunities for actors, production staff, and support services as well. And tourism and hospitality are also huge here. With Vancouver's stunning surroundings, the vibrant culture draws visitors from all around the world. This city, it's also known for its strong real estate and construction industry, healthcare, and education sector. So, if you're looking for a career opportunity in a dynamic city, Vancouver definitely has a lot to offer. Now, another reason why so many people are drawn to Vancouver is, of course, its mild climate. Vancouver winters are much milder than what you'll find in other cities like Toronto or Calgary. Snow here is very rare, and temperatures, they rarely drop below freezing. Instead, you're going to see a lot of rain, especially from November to February, so you need to be prepared for that. But for many, that drizzle is a fair trade for the warmer weather and the earlier springs. Also, summers are beautiful here too, with warm but rarely hot temperatures, which makes it easy to get outdoors and enjoy the city's beaches, parks, and the trails, of course. And if you're coming from a place with a harsh winter, Vancouver's climate might just be a breath of fresh air for you. Let me know in the comments below, would you prefer rainy but mild weather, or are you all about having those 4 distinct seasons? All right, I'm going to reveal Vancouver's biggest drawback in just a minute, but first, let's dive into one of the city's most undeniable challenges, which is the high cost of living. This is one of the biggest drawbacks of living in Vancouver. Vancouver is one of the most expensive cities in North America, especially when it comes to housing. Renting a 1-bedroom apartment, well, that's going to set you back around $2,600 a month. And if you're buying, you're looking at prices starting well over $1,300 per square foot in many parts of the city. And it's not just housing. Groceries, dining, transportation, and other essentials are also higher here compared to some of the other cities. Now, Vancouver is beautiful, but living here comes at a premium. So, if you're on a tight budget, you might have to consider living in some of the nearby areas. Now, con number 2, of course, is the rainy weather, which we've already alluded to. Yes, Vancouver does have mild winters, but it also does have a lot of rain. So we're talking about 165 rainy days a year on average. So, the rain isn't usually heavy though, but it is steady, especially in the fall and the winter. And some people, they get used to it and they embrace it, but others, they find it a little bit dreary. So if you're someone who needs sunshine year-round, Vancouver's rainy seasons might feel a little long for you. You'll want to get a good rain jacket, by the way, and an umbrella, and maybe even some indoor hobbies to get you through those wet months. Now, the next con that we have to talk about, unfortunately, is that of homelessness. Vancouver has a visible homeless crisis, and it's largely due to the high housing costs and, well, the social challenges. And the downtown east side is particularly affected, but you're going to see homelessness in other areas of the city as well. And I guess, this issue, it's really been compounded by the opioid crisis, with many people struggling with that addiction, especially with drugs like fentanyl. And, Vancouver, of course, it does have its programs and harm reduction efforts like supervised injection sites, but homelessness really remains a complex issue. And so for anyone moving to Vancouver, it's important that you're aware of the realities of this city. Most residents, they're going to feel safe, but it is a part of life here and something that the city is working on to address. Now, I should also mention that with Vancouver's growing population and limited road space, traffic congestion is common here. Commuting by car can be really frustrating, especially during rush hour. And of course, finding parking can also be tough in the busier neighborhoods. Now listen, Vancouver's narrow streets and limited parking spots mean that many residents, they're going to choose transit, walk, or even biking whenever possible. So for anyone who prefers driving, just be prepared for traffic and costly parking, especially downtown. Now, many locals, they're going to avoid driving altogether, using public transit or car sharing options to save time and also to avoid that hassle. Next up, we need to talk about limited housing options for families because, if you're raising a family, finding affordable homes here with enough space in Vancouver can be really challenging. Detached homes, they come at a premium, and even condos and townhouses are often priced very high. And this has led many families to move to the suburbs like Burnaby or Surrey, where housing is much more affordable. And when looking at schools in Vancouver are generally good, but the high demand for housing means that finding a family-friendly home within a budget can be really tough. So if you're planning to settle down with kids, it's really going to be worth considering the nearby areas for more space and more options. And so whether Vancouver's incredible lifestyle is worth the cost and the challenges is ultimately going to be up to you. There's so much to think about, like which neighborhood actually feels like home and what kind of lifestyle you want to build here. And if you're seriously considering making Vancouver your next home, you're going to want to check out my next video here popping up, where you're going to find the best areas to live, each with its own unique perks, of course, and maybe even a few downsides. And this way, you're going to get a good inside look at which neighborhood will be the best fit for you.